So I've been asked lately, actually a couple of times lately, what do I have done to the Focus? Even though I've stated in the past videos like what do I have done to it here and there, but I don't think I've ever told you guys like what the parts are from, like what company they're from. So today, first and foremost, we gotta change the oil in the ST because it's been like a minute and actually it tells me that I need to change the oil. So after we do that, then I'll sit down and I'll tell you guys what do I have done to the Focus, and I'll tell you what company it's from. So stay tuned. Alright, I might have came a little bit too forward, so we're just gonna bag this train on up. Alright. Yeah, don't judge me for what I'm wearing. Every time I'm working on my car, I always pick out things for some reason that are on the opposite side of the color wheel. Today I'm pretty fine now. I got white and black. These shoes don't really match, but like I said, I'm working on my car, so yeah, I felt like you're supposed to be a little rough, right? So what we have today is a Mobile One Extended Performance 5W30 Advanced Full Synthetic, and we have the Mobile One filter, the M1 102A. So like I said, pretty straight process is an oil change. If you guys don't know how to change your oil, then you should go back and look at my video, because I do have a video on how to do the oil change, and it's actually going to be this car in specific that I show you how to do it on. This pipe is getting cooked underneath here. Sheesh. Pretty soon, I'm gonna need another wastegate pipe because that's actually what's scraping underneath here, and it sounds terrible when I scrape it. It's always good to look underneath your car to make sure everything's all good, make sure there's no leaks, nothing out of the ordinary. You should probably do that every so often because that's how you do preventative maintenance. One way to get clean when doing the oil change, you gotta make sure that it's loose, right? And then just, oh wait, that was a fail. Make sure that it's loose, right? And then just, and hands clean, boy. I mean, the drips don't really count because I was just trying to show you guys, so kind of got some on my hands. That don't count though. That oil is black. Well, it's a good thing we changed the oil. I'm expecting about 10 to 15 more horsepower because of this. Probably the easiest filter that you're ever gonna see in your life, because this is for sure the easiest that I've seen so far. So I had to roll my sleeves up real quick because this oil is for sure gonna drip down. So while I'm in here, I kind of want to explain this HKS blow valve with the connected to the cold side charge pipe. So this is one of the things I actually did as an upgrade, and I want to let you guys know that if you plan on doing this, because this, I mean, technically you can do this on a stock turbo, but it's not really meant for it. It's mainly meant for like if you go aftermarket turbo. Obviously, there's not a blow valve solution that fits on the aftermarket turbo, so then they make it so that they put it on the cold side, or you can do it on the hot side charge pipe, however you want to do it. But mine's a cold side charge pipe, and let me tell you that this was one of the most hardest thing that I've done to this car, simply because there's no room right here. You might think that it's on, but it's not. So when you go and hit boost, it just blows off, and it's one of the hardest things to do. So apparently this car, this goes to show you how many times I do an oil change in this car. I clearly forgot. So apparently this car holds about 5.7 to 6 quarts. I only bought 5 quarts because I thought it would be a little less. I'm guessing I'm getting confused with my other car. So again, I only have 5 quarts to put in this thing, so I just gotta go to the store and get some more. So I guess we'll just put what we have in. So now we reached the part of the video where some of you were actually been waiting for it, and I'm gonna answer a lot of your questions because I've been getting them for a while now. So I'm gonna tell you everything that I have done to my Focus ST. I'm pretty sure after this video I'm still gonna get questions, but at least I have a video that I can actually reference them back to. And if I'm reading off of my phone, it's because I actually made notes that way I don't miss anything. But at the top of the list, we have the Cobb Accessport. So the Cobb Accessport is going to be the actual tuning tool that a lot of these pro tuners use. The reason being is because when they give you that tune, that's the device that they put it on. That way you can actually switch back and forth depending on how many tunes you have. But out of the box, the Cobb actually comes with a stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 tune. So technically, you can buy this now. Say like I had a stock ST, I can buy it now, install like stage 1. And then if say I get a couple more mods and I get stage 2 and stage 3 right off of that device without having to pay extra. But of course, like if you go above and beyond, or if you want a little bit more power, then you can get a Pro Tune. Because of course you got to think about it like these off-the-shelf maps, they're there, but you got to think about it. Cobb is actually very conservative with those tunes because they're basically not trying to have any problems. Just to kind of keep it brief, they're not trying to have any problems with people coming back saying, oh, you blew my motor or my transmission, blah, blah, blah. So they're very conservative tunes. And of course, if you want to like up it, then that's when you go to Pro Tune, and with those tunes, they put it on a device so you can switch back and forth to them. Next is going to be the intake. So intake is going to be by Roush, and that was literally the first modifications that I did to this car. And I was so proud of it because it was my first modifications ever, my first modification ever that I did to any car. So got the intake by Roush. Downpipe is going to be MBRP, and that is going to be a catless downpipe. Short shifter is going to be by Ford Racing, Ford Performance. So let's talk a little bit about that. So Ford Performance short shifter, that's going to be the whole shifter, not just the plate, not just the bushing. It's literally your whole shifter. So I mean, you have to take apart your whole center console to replace the shifter, and that's actually a combination with a Boomer Racing bushings that goes right underneath the airbox and the engine bay, and I believe that goes to the transmission. I believe, I could be wrong, but those two in combination makes for a beautiful shifting experience. And next on the list is going to be intercooler, and that's going to be by Depot Racing. Awesome intercooler. The only problem that I have with that is there's a point in the installation where you actually have to make your own mount, because it's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to explain, and I kind of forgot, to be honest with you, because that was like 1 to 2 years ago. But since then, intercoolers that's treated me right. The temps have been real low. Awesome product. I 100% recommend. That's actually going to be the 5.5 because I know they have two. I believe the other one's going to be like a 3 point something, and the one that I have is actually going to be a 5.5. So again, awesome product. Next is going to be exhaust. So I never really had a real exhaust for this car, and to be honest, it's because I never really liked the way that all of them sound, to be honest with you. So the first exhaust system that I had on here, if you want to call it exhaust system, was a muffler and resonator delete. It was actually utilizing the factory piping that came with the car, and I mean that was cool for a minute, along with the downpipe that I got from MBRP. So that was technically like straight pipe off the turbo, if you want to think of it that way, because it's catless, and then it goes to a straight pipe. That means there was no mufflers, there was no resonators, none of that stuff. So that was the first exhaust system that I had. And then once I went big turbo, then that's when I went with a custom bent 3-inch straight pipe from the downpipe. So that exhaust system actually sounds pretty good. I actually get a lot of compliments on it. Again, I have a lot of people from YouTube and social media in general asking what exhaust system that I have, and many are surprised that it's literally just a 3-inch straight pipe, custom bent, nothing special. I'm actually thinking about getting an exhaust system though, because of the fact that it's a 3-inch straight pipe. The drone on the freeway is terrible, so I need to add a resonator somewhere in there. So I'm thinking about just buying an exhaust system with the resonator, 3-inch. That way I can have a less drone on the highway, so that I can actually talk to somebody in here. Next is going to be the big turbo. So every modification here on down is going to be supporting of the big turbo, so I can support the numbers that I wanted for this car. So the big turbo that I went with was the Garrett 2867R Gen 2, and that is going to be a .86 AR. And let me just talk on that briefly. I know I said a couple stuff about it in the past videos, but .86 AR meaning that it doesn't spool until later in the RPMs. Now there's two ARs that you can get for this turbo, or for Garrett turbos for this car, I believe, and it's going to be a .64 and .86. Now I can't really too much talk on the .64 because I'm pretty sure it's the same drivability, it just spools quicker. The drivability on the 86AR is phenomenal. Now, the only difference from stock is that the car feels slower because it doesn't have that power down low. It spools later, so you get the power later. But other than that, it really can't complain, dude. It's really an awesome setup. So next is going to be the wastegate, and that's going to be by Title. And I basically went with, because the turbo comes with the wastegate on there. It comes with internal wastegate, but I went with external wastegate and ditched the internal wastegate because I wanted to be as efficient as possible so I can make as much power as possible. Next is going to be the charge pipes. Charge pipes going to be by CPE. So the charge pipe setup is going to be a little different. Reason being is because the big turbo doesn't come with a spot to put the blow-off valve. So with that being said, is the blow-off valve can either go from the cold side charge pipe or it can go to the hot side charge pipe. But in my case, mine is on the cold side charge pipe. So the blow-off valve that I went with is going to be the HKS. And like I said, these two mods are going to be kind of combined because with that CPE charge pipe for the cold side, it comes with the flange for the blow-off valve. And like I said earlier, that install was not like the best at all. Like I would not ever do that again. Like I'd rather not do that again ever. Next, underneath the blow-off valve that I just mentioned is going to be the 2-port aux fuel kit from Stratified. So to kind of give you guys an insider on that and to kind of give you a little tip, if you want to save money, so you technically can build your own aux fuel that you can piece it. They have it online, I've seen it. But if you want to save some money, because no matter where you go to, whether you get a Pro Tune or, well, you have to get a Pro Tune, but no matter where you go, they're going to charge you extra for the aux fuel kit because it's a different tune. Now the car has its separate tune from the Cobb Accessport, and then the aux fuel has its own separate tune. So then they got to tune it separately to combine it so that they can work hand in hand together. And that's why they charge extra to tune the aux fuel kit. But a little insider, if you purchase a e-tune from Stratified, or you go to them and get a tune, they actually will do the aux fuel kit for free since it's their product. They support their product. So that's a little insider if you guys did want to save some money there. And then of course, last but not least, is going to be the Stratified tune that I have on the car. So I am tuned by Stratified. So I have two tunes. One's going to be E40 tune and one's going to be a straight 91 pump gas tune. So basically the difference is E40 meaning 4 gallons at E85, and then the rest is topped off by 91 pump gas. And then the other tune is going to be 91 pump gas, and that's just like straight 91 pump gas. And of course, I make more power when I'm on E40 because that's ethanol blend. This car is currently sitting at 360 horsepower at the wheels on a Mustang dyno, but if you want to convert that to the dyno jet, then it's 408 horsepower at the wheels. And again, that's all the modifications that I have done to this car. So of course I left out all the cosmetics that I've got done to this car because I mostly get asked about the performance. Of course you can see the cosmetics that I've done. Favorite modifications that I've done to this car, one's not even on the list that I listed, but of course one's a big turbo because that was just a very, very, very smart decision that I made, because the car is like a phenomenal car to drive. Like it's extremely fun. Like I can't even put it into words. Like this car, it amazes me every time I drive it, because it's not my daily. I don't drive it every day, but it amazes me every time I drive it. So one being a big turbo, two is being the air suspension. Now, I can't tell you how many times that the air suspension has came in clutch for me. So one, going over speed bumps, and two, going over very steep parking lots. So I can't tell you how clutch having air suspension is. Like you can just air up, go it over real quick, and then air back down. So this is just a quick video to answer a lot of you guys' questions. If you like it, give it a fat thumbs up. I am going to be coming out with a video on 5 things that I hate about this car, so stay tuned for that. I got some stuff to say for it, some stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video as always. Peace out, and stay safe, because this virus is nothing to play with.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Woo.